No, I think most men, if they honestly admitted the way they really feel, Valentine's Day is just no good.
Well, how do you know that?
I went around and I asked all my male co-workers in this building what they thought of Valentine's Day. Here it is. What do you think of Valentine's Day?
It's for the girls.
I hate it.
I can't stand it.
It's dumb.
I think it's overrated.
I think that it is a woman's attempt to get more gifts.
Colossal waste of time and money.
I don't look forward to it. I don't dread it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
It's kind of there.
It's just kind of there,
Yeah.
like that paperweight.
Exactly, like the paperweight.
What's the best gift you've ever received?
I've never gotten any gift for Valentine's Day.
Chocolate, maybe, dinner, food.
Usually a card. I get a card.
It's about $3.
Well, no, she shops at BJ's, so they're cheaper there. They're like $1.50.
I don't believe I ever really received a really nice gift.
This is really weird, but I got one of those, like, hearts that look like the chocolate boxes, but inside was beef jerky. Yes, so it was a jerky heart.
My wife will always say, I don't want anything. Don't get me anything. I'll be mad if you get something. Don't spend any money.
I don't even get my wife anything because I think it's the worst holiday ever made up.
But if I don't get anything, it'll come up.
I don't really like sending cards or getting them, but I like making out.
It's all a charade because they all say, we don't want anything. It's stupid, but don't get something and you know what's going to happen. 6 months from now, it'll come up.
What do you think of Valentine's Day?
Oh, I think it's bull.
When I was dating in my 40s, I did an experiment where I lied about my age. I was 45 and I said that I was 35. And I put my profile out there and like instantly night and day matches. Like suddenly all these super cute guys that were my age. And I remember thinking like, what the hell? Like it was like going into a secret room at a club, you know? So when I would match with these guys, I would like text like maybe 1 or 2 messages max. And then I would say, hey, for what it's worth, just want to let you know, like all of my pictures are recent and I'm your age. I'm not 10 years younger than you. We're the same age. I'm not 10 years younger than you. I'm only 3 years younger than you, not 13 years younger than you. And I would put it in that way to just kind of show the other person, we went to the same high school. You know, like we are in the same zone. We are pretty similar. I'm not too old for you. A lot of times it worked. You know, went on lots of dates and met some really cute guys that were my age. That felt really good. The caveat, and really big caveat to all of this, is like my boyfriend now, we are exactly the same age, and he was somebody who did not want to date someone 10 years younger. So had I been lying about my age when we were on the app, I never would have met him because I wouldn't have popped up in his search criteria. So it's like, I don't know. I can't say for sure if it's a good thing to do. You can try it. If you're going to lie about your age, then that's the way that I would frame it, because it really puts it on the other person to say, like, am I really not going to give someone that I went to high school with a chance? Like, I think that that's what it's saying. If you want specific feedback on your profile and approach, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s, then get in touch. I'm a dating coach and I do this all the time.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort because you on some BS.
I think a lot of you fail to realize that you do not have to be dating these men. You do not have to be sleeping with these men. You do not have to be sleeping and waking up on those dating apps. You do not have to be jumping from one date to another. You do not have to be entering a new talking stage every month, jumping from one man's house to another. You actually do not. It's not a requirement for life. You do not. Release yourself from the shackles. It's at this point, it's almost like you're addicted to humiliation. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, sister. A lot of you are convinced that dating a man and having a man you're talking to at every single point in life is a necessity. And I'm here to remind you that it's not. You can live your life. You can love yourself. You can enjoy your own company. You can have a company of good women that you go out with, you have fun with. You can take yourself on solo dates. You can read books. You can go to the gym. You do not have to be enrolling into a new talking stage every month. Give it a rest. It's enough. It's enough. You've been through a lot and you're still going through it, but you're still holding on. It's not compulsory. Take it from me. If you take the next year and you do not talk to any man, you'll be happier. Your nervous system would be regulated. You don't have to open your phone every morning looking to see if he's texted you back. You don't have to be getting ghosted every 2 weeks. You don't have to be dating. You don't have to be in conversation with these men. Who are you? Do you know yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you even know what you want out of life? Do you even know who you are? You're not gonna if you do not have. In fact, you are going to be much happier. Your skin is going to be clearer. You're going to have more space to focus on your goals and what you really want. You're going to have more clarity and direction in life. So there's no need to be afraid. You can very much do without dating and you'll be much better off. Take it from me.
So my wife's been cheating on me for the past couple of months. And we've been trying to work through it and, going to therapy, doing the whole nine, but it just hasn't been working. It's clear as day that it's just not working out. She's still just doing shady stuff. I found out the other day that her Tinder account is still active and she is actively using it. I even checked her phone and saw messages between her and guys and her planning to meet up with guys. But whatever, long story short, I told her that we were going to go to my mom's tonight. We were going to drive down south to surprise my mom for the holidays. And told her to pack her stuff and, we'll head out a little later tonight. But little does she know that I am not going to be along for the ride. You see, it's just her stuff packed, not mine. So she's going to be on her way out of here and spending the holidays and more than likely forever somewhere that is not here. So she's about to be out here any minute. She'll see that the car's not loaded up. See how this goes.
I gotta say, this man is making a king move. Because guys, while I totally understand why you want to maybe give it a chance and maybe work it out and give it some time after finding out such devastating news that your wife has cheated on you, you can't force somebody to change. So if it just takes that amount of time for you to come to that realization, that's okay. For this man to come to this realization right before Christmas and make it a clean-cut way to get her stuff packed and get her out the door is solid. He probably knows that it's going to be very dramatic and he's just trying to prevent himself more drama. For those of you that say, oh, this isn't really fair, how do you treat your wife like that? Come on, guys. Remember that what she did kind of justifies any way that he wants to reject her and get rid of her. That's my 2 cents, but what do you guys think?
On behalf of all girls, I just wanted to say, if you're a guy and you're bold, you take initiative, you're assertive, you go after what you want, that is so attractive. That is the most attractive quality. If you're ever pondering and you're wondering, I don't know if I should go approach that girl, what if she rejects me? If she rejects you, just move on. Onwards and upwards, she was not meant for you. There are girls out there that so truthfully appreciate a man being assertive, going after what they want. Men are now in their princess era where they're like, well, if a girl likes me, she's gonna come talk to me. Well, if a girl likes me, she's gonna go after me. 98% of girls, even if they're not interested in you and you come up in a respectful manner and way and talk to us, we'll still appreciate the gesture no matter what, and we'll let you down in a nice way if we're not interested. Why go through life scared to do things? Because this one shot that you do could change your whole life. Now, I know there are girls that can just be blatantly rude and reject you, but it's like, well, thank God they were blatantly rude and rejected you because you don't want to be with that girl anyway. There's girls that have gone up and complimented and they look at me like I'm the problem. They look at me like, thanks. Which I'm actually giving you a compliment, by the way. I know what some girls are like that can just be rude for no reason, but I'm promising you 98% of us, 95% of us, I don't know. For the most part, if you are kind and respectful and you come up, and if we end up saying like, oh, we have a boyfriend, or oh no, we're not interested, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. Like, I hope you have a great day, and you walk away. We're not going to be rude to you. We're not going to bash you. We're going to walk away with dignity and respect, and we'll actually admire you because it takes a lot of guts to go up and approach someone. And it's so attractive if a guy isn't afraid to go up and approach, because men don't do it anymore. Just know, if you see someone and you think they're cute, freaking go for it. You don't want to look back and regret not doing something about it. And you never know what that one little time interaction could do. It could literally be the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Men have started going their own direction and quit fixing the mistakes and the foolishness. And some of the stuff is not even a mistake. It's just you doing whatever you want to do and expecting a man to save you. And when I, as a man, have stopped doing that, my life has gotten a lot better.
A good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline, he has boundaries, and he has priorities of his own that do not shift based on her mood. And guess what? He's not bending his values just because she's upset.
That's exactly what I was
thinking. A good man is not
thinking.
controlling. He creates the order. He doesn't want chaos, arguments, or drama. He wants respect, clarity, and peace.
Yeah.
And this is where women get it confused. When she's never met a mature man, she will mislabel everything. She'll call him cold because he doesn't
Narcissist.
tolerate any nonsense.
Yeah.
She'll call him selfish because he takes care of himself. And she'll call him narcissistic because he refuses to beg for approval.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not selfishness. That is maturity. A man who refuses to be drained, used, or manipulated. Good men do not move from insecurity. They move from conviction. They will not ever chase drama. They do not chase attention, and they sure as don't chase validation from women. They build, they lead, and provide structure. And here's a harsh truth. Most women aren't even ready for the responsibility that comes with being with a good man.
Right.
Because a good man isn't an emotional roller coaster. He is not unpredictable, and it's not a game. He is stable, extremely consistent, and has direction.
Right.
And for women addicted to chaos, wounded by the past relationships that they were in, or raised by dysfunction, stability feels boring until she loses it. A good man requires partnership. He requires respect and requires a woman who is emotionally regulated, not reckless with her emotions. That's why so many men get mislabeled. It's why mature men get misunderstood. But stay solid, because good men do not bend, they build, and the right woman will rise to meet with him.
When I was dating in my 40s, I did an experiment where I lied about my age. I was 45 and I said that I was 35. And I put my profile out there, and like instantly night and day matches. Like suddenly all these super cute guys that were my age. And I remember thinking like, what the hell? Like it was like going into a secret room at a club, you know? So when I would match with these guys, I would like text like maybe 1 or 2 messages max. And then I would say, hey, for what it's worth, just want to let you know, like all of my pictures are recent, and I'm your age. I'm not 10 years younger than you. We're the same age. I'm not 10 years younger than you. I'm only 3 years younger than you, not 13 years younger than you. And I would put it in that way to just kind of show the other person, we went to the same high school. You know, like, we are in the same zone. We are pretty similar. I'm not too old for you. A lot of times it worked. You know, went on lots of dates and met some really cute guys that were my age. That felt really good. The caveat, and really big caveat to all of this, is like my boyfriend now, we are exactly the same age, and he was somebody who did not want to date someone 10 years younger. So had I been lying about my age when we were on the app, I never would have met him because I wouldn't have popped up in his search criteria. So it's like, I don't know. I can't say for sure if it's a good thing to do. You can try it. If you're going to lie about your age, then that's the way that I would frame it, because it really puts it on the other person to say, like, am I really not going to give someone that I went to high school with a chance? I think that that's what it's saying. If you want specific feedback on your profile and approach, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s, then get in touch. I'm a dating coach and I do this all the time.
Well, honestly and truly, most of these spider women want to get their hearts broken by Chad and Tyrone. For the rest of us who actually want to improve on ourselves, we're going to go somewhere else and do that. And that's what today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, helps you to do.
Foot fetish lover, little sucking on my toes. You a weirdo. I should have kicked you off in the middle of your forehead and broke your nose, Tylil. You got me up. Toe licker. Eater. Let's talk about it. Little.
Today's episode of Clout Chasing Gone Wrong. Jordan, or whatever your name is, young lady, you are wrong. You know that boy did not take nothing. There's no way that you got essayed and then requested $2,000 with a nigga not playing with you. Baby, you're at best. The fact that this man called you a Uber, publicly saying of the things that y'all did while y'all were in that intimate setting, is ludicrous, baby. You better count your days, because I'm hearing that Tylil is coming for your... Not literally. Can we start making it a thing that people go to the police and not the internet when bad things happen to them or wrongdoing? Because when y'all go to these social media sites instead of going to law enforcement, it automatically puts a dark cloud over your case. It's women like this that mess it up for real victims.
I don't like you black niggas. I really don't.
It's women like this that take valuable hours out of law enforcement and people's time doing some... Never in the history of niggerdom has a woman talked about a man's package while she's getting essayed. That man gave you some and sent you away in an Uber share, and now you feel some type of way because he didn't want to pay for it. It does not mean that he took anything from you. Now, I have all the empathy and sympathy for all real essay victims, because these things really do happen. But this ain't a case of that. And we need to check this. We need to have the same energy for this woman lying that we would have for that man if he had really done it. We need to have the same energy. She needs to get the same charges. She needs to be locked up in the same jail that man would be locked up in had he actually done these things. Ma'am, you played yourself. You're immature and obviously not very intelligent. Gentlemen, you got to be careful. Once you get to a point in the position in your life, people are going to come to you for various things, because these hoes out here will say anything for some clicks and a goddamn like. Healing energy to Tylil. Bruh came back with receipts. The facts are the facts. Had this been a real essay case, I would have been totally against it. But it's very obvious that this man has come with receipts and this woman is lying on his name. Tell her what she's won, folks. A lifetime subscription to OnlyFans. That ugly money.
I'm done beat. I should have beat his that night. And y'all, that nigga would have came on stream with 2 black eyes, which I should have did.
I've truly reached a point where I find most women exhausting. This is the epiphany that has happened since I started social media. I never realized the level that most women will themselves. I never realized the level that most women will choose delusion over reality. A lot of women are extremely difficult to hold a conversation with. I don't have trouble with most men. Of course, they don't like my content in particular because it's not favorable for women to hear. Men need women to be delusional in order to deal with them. But at least they live in reality. At least they're not living in a fairy tale or a storybook. At least they're not looking for the soft life. At least they're not mentally stunted children in the brain in that way. But women will fake what they want, and they will act like they don't want certain things just to fit in with other women. There's women that are pretending that they no longer want men, that they want to be abstinent the rest of their lives, that they no longer want to interact with men. And I know that's not the case, and it doesn't need to be the case. There's no shame in still wanting to deal with men. However, women are so delusional in the fact that they think that they're going to be the exception to the rule, or they'll be able to mold men into what they want, and that's not going to happen. So the reason that women are saying that they don't want to date men is because they cannot cannot mold men into the experience that they want to have with them. So they will say, well, I don't want to date men. I'm done with men. And it's only because they're not getting what they want out of it. Because what women want out of men is something out of a storybook or some type of fantasy. They're not willing to accept men for how they are. They think that they can change them, or they think that they will find some perfect man that's going to worship the ground that she walks on. They don't truly like men for who they are. They like the fantasy and the delusion that they have in their mind that they've carried on with them since they were a child.
The only woman in your life that you get to choose is your wife, gentlemen. Be very, very careful. Be very, very strategic. Some of y'all been praying. Y'all been asking God for clarity. Y'all been asking for a sign. This your sign right here. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. This is your sign right here. Leave her alone. You know for a fact that this woman is not for you. You know she's not synonymous with your character. You know that she cannot add value to you in any space beyond the bedroom. But because you've been sitting here and you've been doing that, and that's the only thing that she got is good, because that good is so good, here you go, and you dismantling and disrupting and just throwing away the bad. You see, this is the thing about it. Certain stuff that you do, and that's a prime example, that bedroom. Certain things that you do with people, it turned red flags hot pink. So now all of these other things are missing. But because that thing right there is a green flag, all the other red flags, they now look hot pink and they're not that serious. Yeah, they are that serious. Leave her alone. How about that part? How about that part? She's nothing but a distraction. You have not grown, not one bit since y'all been together. You have not been doing anything that you need to be doing. She is not adding any type of value to you. She is not your co-pilot. She is simply a passenger doing absolutely nothing. And you think that a pretty face is going to do it. Let me tell you something, brother. A pretty face alone ain't going to do it. Being pretty is out. That's out. Being pretty is out. Being pretty is so far gone and it's out. You are a man of value, of integrity, of character, with a promising future and is strong. Don't you sit here and compromise that all over the name of a woman. Leave her alone. How about that part? Leave her alone. Now, this ain't for the people who genuinely are sitting here and they wondering. No, I'm talking about for the ones who are like, God, I'm ready to let this thing go. Just give me a sign. Like, if you that far on the edge, I'm talking to you. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, lock in, and grow. That right there is where everything happens. I'm not saying that you should always be in a season where you're just all alone. That's not what I'm saying. But I genuinely do believe that every man has to go through a season where they're not dealing with anything or anyone outside of themselves, our Father, and their growth. I genuinely believe that. Here's the deal. You need to do it. And you know you need to do it. And this video is your confirmation. I love you, bro. Let's get it. I'll catch you at the bank. Let's go. Yay!
A lot of these modern women like to comment on a man's masculinity. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Well, I believe a man should be this, and this, right? But I think the problem is a lot of these modern women really don't have a concept of what a man is. You can have an opinion, but the unfortunate thing for a lot of these modern women is their opinion is wrong. Their opinion of what a man is and what a man should be is wrong. That's not actually how a man works. That's not actually how masculinity works. They don't know that. They're just talking about what they read in some book somewhere.
What do you do?
I break backs.
Wow.
You want to experience it?
I do.
Okay. That was the first step right
They
there.
felt really good. I like your shoes. They're really cute.
I like you.
Thank you. You're really cute.
Women just usually approach me.
Really?
So,
You're really
are you approaching me right now?
I am.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Julian.
Julian, nice to meet you. My name is Ruth.
I dreamt about you, but now we
Maybe,
meet.
I don't know. You dreamt about me?
Yeah. For Valentine's Day coming up.
I'm single.
You single?
Are you?
Yeah, you gonna take my heart? I'm gonna give you
I
one.
want to.
Oh.
Are you gonna treat me good?
Yeah, you're very beautiful. Where are you from?
I'm from here.
I'm from Seattle.
Seattle? Whoa, wait, what the heck?
Seattle,
That's
Washington.
like
We did like 6 months ago.
you were there 6 minutes ago.
6 months.
Oh.
Yeah, baby, I don't teleport unless it's for you. Yeah, that's why I'm here now.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Seattle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take her and then you can tag along with her. And all right, let me grab your number. How old are you?
I am 21.
Okay, I'm 26. Here, I'll say.
26?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds perfect. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you look perfect.
Thank you. So
that's
do
awesome.
you.
Thank you. Hey, you got a nice smile. I love that. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I'm gonna save it and I'll text you, and then I'll see you on Valentine's Day.
You should.
All right, beautiful. All right.
Valentine's Day far away.
Nah, it's a couple days away.
No, it's
I like
not.
to take things
It's
slow
like
with her,
2 weeks away.
as we should.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the way. Sound like my man.
Oh,
Wait, what did we miss?
they just fell off the motorcycle. That looks like I'm about to fall for you, baby. Can I get a hug? Warm me up. I'm gonna watch it. Inhale all the way and exhale all the way.
Ooh. Oh wait, that felt really good.
Whoa.
That felt really good.
Pop back, baby.
To the man that can't get a girlfriend, let me tell you something. Most people won't. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not unattractive. You're not destined to be alone, bro. You just haven't met the person who sees you the way you deserve to be seen. Yeah, it gets frustrating watching other dudes get love easily, watching couples everywhere, wondering if you're missing something, wondering if you're not enough. But here's the truth, bro. Some men aren't single because they're unworthy. They're single because their heart is too valuable to be handed to the wrong person. Your time is coming, but you got to stop thinking a relationship is what validates you. A girlfriend doesn't create your value. She just recognizes it. Use this season to build yourself. Your confidence, your purpose, your mindset, your discipline. Not to impress someone, but to become a man who's proud of his own reflection. And hear this clearly. You don't need to chase anyone. The right woman won't make you beg for attention. Won't make you feel like an option. Won't make you question your worth. When she arrives, she's gonna choose you because of who you became while you were waiting. So don't rush, don't settle, and don't ever think your value is measured by whether or not someone is dating you. You're not losing, you're leveling up, my boy. And one day you'll be thankful you didn't end up with the wrong person just because you were lonely. If that helped you out, make sure you like, comment, and save this video to remind yourself that you're worth it, my guy. Your queen is coming to you soon. Stay down, stay ready. No cap.
How on earth are you married and you can't even cuddle or hug or kiss your husband?
Haven't touched in 3 years. My wife is completely disconnected. What do I do?
I used to be excited when my partner would stop trying to initiate intimacy with me because then I didn't have to feel guilty for constantly rejecting him. But I wasn't interested. I didn't feel it in my body. I love him very much and I'm attracted to him. I just didn't feel desire in my body. But then I start getting anxious and paranoid because I no longer feel desired. And I'm worried that he is running around finding it in other places. And I've been cheated on before. So my brain is going through all of these scenarios. But what really was happening was he was just tired of being rejected.
If you feel like you're married to your roommate, basically in a marriage with no intimacy, let me tell you how it's going to play out. First, you're going to convince yourself that everything is okay because you love the other person as a person. They're a very good person. Even though you're not in love with them, they're your partner, you have an arrangement. It just works out. And while you're lying to yourself, trying to convince yourself that you'll never find a passionate love, your self-worth is going to take a major hit. Because in this marriage, you're not fully seen and you're not able to express your own desires. A big part of you is starving and feels completely trapped. So what happens next? You meet somebody who sees the starving part of you and you begin to intimately connect, whether this is physical or just emotional, but there is an intimate connection between you and the other person who sees you. Next thing you know, you're having an affair and doing things you never thought you were capable of.
He asked his wife for intimacy and she told him to go find a girlfriend. The same woman who once said, if you cheat, I'm gone.
A world where more and more men are single because women do not want to date them is a world that's very dangerous for women, which is why I worry about retaliation in reaction to the rise of single men. We actually have data from this year that shows young women are way less interested in dating than young men are. And we have data to show that more women than men are single because they simply cannot find someone they are interested in dating. 38% of single American women say the main reason they're not dating is they can't find someone that meets their expectations, compared to only 23% of men say the same thing. College-educated women are the group most likely to say they are single because they can't find someone that meets their expectation, 45%. And I can hear the men in my comments now saying, see, it's women's fault. They have too high of expectation and that's why everyone is single and lonely. But let me remind you that women have always entered into marriages with the expectation that it is going to materially improve their lives. We needed husbands for financial security. We needed them for bank accounts, for credit cards, to have a house to live in. And now women are doing better than men. We are more educated. we are stable on our own. And women who are independent and self-sustaining do not need to get married. When you don't financially need a husband or a partner, you can say, I'm not going to get a partner until I find one that's emotionally supportive, emotionally intelligent, doesn't need me to be his therapist and his mom, doesn't need me to do all the childcare, all the housework. And men will tell you, they do in my comments every single day, that these expectations are just simply too much. I fear for escalating retaliation that this will cause interpersonally between men and women, and also in legislative and policy decisions, like the push to get rid of no-fault divorce, in the rolling back of reproductive rights, and with things like student debt and college affordability. They're not going to make college more affordable when more women going to college results in higher expectations of the men that want to date us. So yeah, that's why I worry about retaliation of men who cannot make it worth it for women to want to date and marry them.
Submission is easy when your man is doing exactly what you want him to do. But the real test comes in when your preference is one thing and his judgment is something entirely different. We want leverage. We want veto power. We want to have the final say. We want the reassurance that we're never completely at the mercy of somebody else's decision. But that's where things stop making sense. Because women say, we want a man to lead. But leadership isn't really being tested if your man agrees with everything you say. Leadership is tested when he doesn't, when he sees something differently, when he makes a decision you wouldn't have made and you have to go with it. When your instincts say go left, for example, but his judgment is telling you stay right. And that's exactly where a lot of us struggle. Because a lot of times what we call submission is actually conditional leadership. That's keeping one hand on the steering wheel. And that's not what submission looks like. If you trust your man to be the leader, then you trust that he is capable as well. Because leadership becomes meaningless if the leader only gets to lead when he agrees with you. And if I only trust your leadership when it aligns with my preferences, then I'm not really following your leadership at all. I'm following mine. That's the tension a lot of us wrestle with. Because a lot of women say they want leadership, when what we actually truly want is the comfort of knowing that we can take it back whenever we want.
And you have to understand that when you ask about where all the good men are, a lot of these men are quiet. They're right in front of you. They didn't disappear. They just quiet. I'm selective. I'm less willing to throw myself into another situation that looks and that feels unserious. You look and you feel unserious. This whole thing that we got going on looks and feels unserious. It looks like you playing around. You about to play with my money, about to play with my time. Some of these brothers got kids and you about to play with my kids. And if you start doing that, you might have a problem.